It's two central midfielders, and you can tell by the way that San Diego are playing. Everything is going through Godoy. You got the secondary assist. It's centre backs they'll play to Godoy, and because of his awareness, he knows where the space is. Whereas a lot of the time with Christian Roldan so far, the play's gone beyond him. The ball's been going over him, and that's why it's been a little bit difficult these last 10 or 15 minutes for Seattle to get anything going forward because the gaps are so big between the units.
Dreyer into the box, and there's Thomas alertly on it to snuff that out. Rolls this out for Nuhu. Jackson Reagan ahead, Brunel for Ferreira. That's a great ball. Sends Morris in. Jordan Morris shooting. Tuck in! The flag goes up, and the celebration will be curtailed. This is close.
It is extremely close. Morris has been doing this all game, playing on the shoulder of the last defender. Oh, this is really, really close. If you just look at the lean, Morris potentially is in an offside position. It's a wonderful finish. The assistant referee waits, then puts the flag up when the ball goes into the back of the net. So that gives VAR the opportunity to look at it. And they've decided that it is offside.
Check complete. Morris had a look of disbelief. You can probably hear the reaction from the crowd when they saw the replay on the big board a moment ago.
But that's what he's been looking to do. He's been looking to just play on the shoulder of Dua, because we know with Morris he's quick. We know with Dua that he is quick as well. It's just millimetres, absolute millimetres that distinguish the fact that he was in an offside position, but he'll continue to do that. And you look at Dua and McVeigh, they are brave. They won't drop, because that's not what Mackie Bowser wants to do, because if they drop, then everything falls apart ahead of them, because the rest of the team are pushing and pressing. Last thing they'll want to do is drop deep.
Jordan Morris is the club's all-time goal-scoring leader in all competitions. He is tied with Raul Ruidíaz for the most career goals in MLS regular season play coming into tonight. Next one will be the 73rd of his career. Foul is called, and the quick restart here by the Sounders. Looking to get this game level. That's what it is. Three terrific MLS goal scorers. Remember Freddie Montero, Ruidíaz, and Morris with 72 each, although Ruidíaz in far fewer games. For the Sounders, picked up here by Brunel and worked out wide. Cosarienzi, the return from Ferreira. Jesus Ferreira tried to play that ball through. Instead, Ingvartsen for San Diego does well to work it out wide. Valakari to the far side, and now Bombino with plenty of open field in front of him. They'll work this ball in. That's too strong. It's gathered here by Thomas. Few players in this club's history mean more to the Sounders than Jordan Morris. A little bit more on him. Andrew Wiebe.
This week, and he was in a reflective mood, mostly because this season did not start the way he wanted to. You saw frustration on his face after that was called offside. Well, it was despair on his face on opening day weekend when he went out with a quad injury after 6 minutes. He said, I was pretty emotional. It was difficult. After setback last year, hamstrings, shoulders kept him out of most of the season, at least the part that he wanted to play. Morris is looking at this year to say, I'm going to get back to my best, back to 2024, when I scored 18 goals in all competitions. It didn't happen to start, but he says he's healthy, he's fit, he wants to claim his place in the lineup and get back to what made him so good and so effective, and most of all, win championships with the Sounders team.
And he's off to the races again here, Andrew. That's a fine defensive takeaway, though, to deny him. Chris McVeigh can make the necessary intervention there. Taken by Christian Roldan. Tried to play that ball through for Rusnak. Sounders eventually get to it. Pulled back here. The captain, Christian Roldan, has options. Thought about the shot. Instead, Ferreira, his service is blocked away. Now Jesus Ferreira once again.
There's a goal, or there's a big chance coming for Morris. He is getting everything right in terms of playing on the shoulder.
He'll work this ahead, play it across. Out for a Seattle corner.
When you look at Morris, he's such a willing runner. And I think whether he plays on the wing, we all know that for so long he said he wanted to play in the centre forward position. But I think recently, obviously when he was injured, he said he doesn't care, he wants to play. I think whether he plays right wing or left wing, he still ends up in the centre forward position because he loves to drift inside. And I think this is a game where he'll get a big opportunity because his timing his runs near enough to perfection.
Sounders have 3 goals from corner kicks already this season. Christian Roldan. Brunel. Nuhu. Pulled back by the Cameroonian, and now Christian Roldan again, able to play this ball in. Quick turnaround shot is fired off frame. Rothrock looking for his 5th of the year.
He did everything right. It's a wonderful first touch. He just cushions it. That opens the whole of the goal up, but he's just not able to keep the strike down. You just see the ball's played into him. Just his first touch, just cushions lovely. But then the minute he strikes it, he's leaning back. It leads to the ball just rising.
Nuhu again. Sigvardsson to push from behind to commit the foul. It's a free kick here for Seattle. Rusnak. So Rienzi lost control and taken back here by San Diego. Visitors will have this on a throw. Ingvardsson. Pellegrino to get on this. Amal Pellegrino into the 18. This ball deflected away. The offside flag did go up on the near side, and thus the whistle.
Just need to what?
These are the team benches built by the Home Depot. We'll get to you in a moment, Danny, as we look at what's available for each of these sides. You see Kim Keehee is available and might get his first MLS minutes of the season. Seattle starting to get a little bit healthier. They expect and hope that Yamar will be back after the World Cup break. And as we look at what's available for San Diego, a name missing is Lewis Morgan, who is unavailable tonight. Another setback for him, a lower body injury, we are told.
Speaking to Brian Smetzer as well, I asked him, I said, is it about bravery when you're playing against the San Diego high-pressing team? And he said, no, he said, it's more about being tactically smart. I think he'll be a little bit frustrated at the moment because what's happening is when Seattle are winning the ball back, instead of getting 2 or 3 passes in, they're going for that initial long ball straight away. And that is where what you need to do, you need to have 2 or 3 passes, then the game will open up because San Diego aren't all of a sudden not going to pressure, then the pitch will open up, but to win the ball back and then straight away look for Morris, it's very difficult because he's isolated. You get those 2 or 3 passes, then the pitch will open up and then Morris can have support himself.
McVeigh tracking back here. They do this without a true number 9. Even though Morris can play the position, Ferreira was an 18-goal scorer earlier in his career with Dallas, but the guys who don't play the true number 9 position on a consistent basis with the Seattle side. And it works, by the way.
Yes, it does work, but, you know, if you can get...
Nearly given away. Anxious moment there for Ferreira. And Dua out wide.
If you can have a goal scorer, then obviously it becomes a little bit different. But everybody has to chip in at the moment. What you find with Morris playing in that centre forward position, the role that he plays, yes, he'll play on the shoulder, but at times he'll drift. And if he's drifting, he becomes a false 9. That's when you need midfield runners to take up the space that he's vacated.
Read perfectly by Alex Roldan. And here's Seattle on the ball again. Ferreira. Brunel. Now Reagan. Ferreira on the right side. More facilitator than finisher for this club. Jesus Ferreira. We need goals out of the man who wears the 9 shirt as well. Defended well by San Diego at the top of the box. Now in Bartson with a nifty move calling for this. Dreyer unable to control. And now Reagan for the Sounders. Schneider Brunel. Nuhu. Morris able to here's to Rusnak. Alba Rusnak. Moved it across. Defended again by San Diego. The team that's conceded 19 times in the league coming into tonight. Cosarienzi. Alex Roldan to play back. One back by San Diego. Pellegrino. Pass behind. Frustrated Anders Dreyer and taken back by the Sounders again. Rusnak to work it ahead. Nuhu will leave it for Ferreira. Here's Rothrock. Alex Roldan. Brunel into the 18. Schneider Brunel works it across into the mixer. That's Morris in the danger area, but it pops up over the bar, and it's coming back for a goal kick.
So we're talking about midfield runners getting beyond. It's exactly what Brunel does. Gets a good ball in, which is very, very difficult for Morris because it's flying at him really, really quick. McVeigh did just enough in front of him.
Big shoes to fill for Brunel. We've talked about this before. Obed Vargas playing at that position last year before his move. But the locals here will tell you that Brunel crashes the box just as well, if not more effectively, than his predecessor as Verhoeven touches this back. Here's Furry. Sends this ball away. Ingvartsen. Furry to the far side. Bombino for Dua. Now on to Godoy. Late first half of the MLS Matchday 12 scoreboard coming up for you at halftime. And the results earlier today as we watch Dreyer on the move. This pass gathered by Pellegrino. Dreyer again with a shot. Sent Thomas diving, and it goes wide. Well, this exclusive Saturday Showdown moment is brought to you by Walmart. This is after the goal.
It's a celebration. The first goal is so important for this San Diego team as well, because when you look at them, they've lost 3 away games. All 3 of those games they conceded first as well. So to have the lead means so much to them. Just looking now, though, at the moment, looks like Dua, he's gone down. This will be a worry, a real concern. San Diego, you know what a good player he is. You know what he brings to this team as well as in terms of the pace. Allows them to play that high line. Too sure what actually happened.
This is a San Diego side that was very patient bringing him along from a nagging injury last year. and he has become an anchor of their back line at the age of 20. The Ghanaian center back, and a big source of concern here for Mikey Varis and San Diego FC. There was no noticeable injury suffered on one particular play, at least not one that we've been able to pick up, our crew, at this particular moment. And sometimes those are the most dangerous.
Yeah, it is, and I've just seen now, he walks up to the halfway line, and as he walks up to the halfway line, he then just sits down. You can see the referee straight away just making sure that the medical team can get to him, because he didn't seem to be carrying an injury. He played the initial pass, and then as he went to the halfway line, he was stood on the halfway line, no Seattle player near him, and then he just went down.
They continue to tend to Manu Dua. As they tend to him, the fourth official did post a minimum of 2 minutes of stoppage time in this first half. The pause gives us a chance to tell you that Formula One heads north to Montreal for the Canadian Grand Prix at the iconic circuit Gilles Villeneuve. The championship battle intensifies on Notre Dame Island as the grid tackles heavy braking zones, high-speed thrills, and the unforgiving Wall of Champions. Watch the race live Sunday, May 24th on Apple TV, the new U.S. home of Formula One. And as we look at Manu Dua, through his own power, take the slow walk back to the bench, an initial positive sign. Playback underway with Seattle trailing by 1. Here's Brunel. Taken by Cosarienzi. Right now 10 on the field for San Diego. Given away by Rothrock. Quickly taken back by the Sounders. And now Christian Roldan, the World Cup hopeful, able to link with Rusnak. That pass behind a cutting Jordan Morris. Dua appears ready to come back on momentarily. In the meantime, Rothrock with a touch, but that's all. Dreyer back the other way. Last touch too strong. Christian rolled on, able to win it back. Rusnak to the far side. Cosarienzi. Return pass into the box, cleared away by McVeigh. Dua is back on, full complement of 11. Now for San Diego again. Jackson Reagan in first half stoppage time. Gives here to Rothrock. Brunel. Herrera unable to control. One back by Alex Roldan, and now Jackson Reagan. Additional time, of course, added on to the initially posted 2 minutes after the delay and the injury to Dua. Sounders looking for one last gasp here in the first half. They'll have it on a throw. And the referee decides that is all. First half comes to an end. And the goal by Marcus Ingvartsen, his third over the last 2 games, has San Diego. is called here against Alex Roldan. Well, check that. It's going the other way. And a yellow card has been issued to Mighton. Rusnak's free kick. Sends it in. Christian Roldan got a head to it. Still a live ball in the 18. Takes a bounce. Seattle to play this. A shot blocked away. That's Dua filling the lane once again.
He's another one that's been absolutely everywhere. You look at his backstory. Drafted as a defensive midfielder. Quickly becoming one of the best centre-backs in MLS.
Was the revelation at Leagues Cup last year and performed so well. All at the age of 20, he's had himself a night. Alex Roldan for Seattle. To the near side, Rusnak.
It's incredible to think his first professional start was under a year ago as well in a friendly against Club America.
Rusnak. Got it back from Mazovsky. That's over the head of Rothrock, looking to chase this ball down. He cannot. It's a goal kick for San Diego. This exclusive Saturday Showdown moment is brought to you by Walmart.
And it's Dua, because this looks as though he was heading into the back of the net, but just in the right place at the right time. As a defender, expect the worst. It's exactly what he did. He knew the strike was coming. He was on target. He made sure it didn't go any further.
Cal Santa Barbara is where he played college soccer. It's a lingering knee issue that kept him out of the lineup the early portion of last year. Looking to help San Diego see out what would be its fourth clean sheet of the year. McVeigh able to dance by Ferreira and play this ahead. Now San Diego with Dreyer on the ball. Has options right and left. Plays it ahead. Mighton to get onto this. Vasquez whips it across. That's defended well. Top of the box, taken here by Seattle. They work it ahead. Mazovsky got a touch to it. Rothrock on the move. Pushed from behind. He's fouled. Yellow card out of the pocket of Villarreal. Verhoeven, who's booked.
He knew he was in trouble. I think it's a yellow card that he'll take for himself and for the team, because this touch here just takes Rothrock away from him. There's coverage with Dua. There was never any danger that it was going to be seen as a red card, but I think it was something that Verhoeven felt as though he had to do.
'78th minute as they work it for Alex Roldan to the foot of Morris. Kingston, top of the box. Ferreira able to find Morris. They set this up in the 18. Shot off the post. Inches away from leveling the match. And Godoy looking to play this to safe haven. At minimum, he'll buy some time. Harassed by Kingston. Ferreira with a push, got away with it. Reagan up to win that. Controlled here by Rusnak. Albert Rusnak continues on. His shot way off the mark. It'll come back the other way.
Now they're doing everything but score, and when it's not Dua that's coming to the rescue for San Diego, it's the post. But once again, it's really good play. They're committing a number of players forward, and it's a lovely ball from Ferreira. I do wonder whether Morris might have been in an offside position if the ball ends up in the back of the net. But just see, as a ball is played, Sofsky can do nothing other than hit the post.
Rusnak again, played ahead, kick save made, the follow-up try goes wide. Finest moment of the night for 19-year-old Duran Ferri.
Has to be 1-1. has to be 1-1. You will not get many better chances than this. They commit the players forward. Musovski gets himself in a great position. The goalkeeper shouldn't even have the opportunity to make the save, and that'll be a real sense of frustration. But Seattle, they're knocking on the door.
Corner, Rusnak to swing this ball out. Goal! The fortunate deflection. The finish. It's Musovski. Tie game at 1. He did it 14 times last year. Danny Musovski, big moment here tonight.
Well, he'll be forgiven for the miss because he's in the right place at the right time. San Diego, they don't deal with it at the near post. Nobody does. But then give great credit to Musovski because he has the presence of mind to just get that yard in front of McVeigh. And now you can hear the crowd. Seattle believe that they can get the 3 points. They've turned the corner, no question about it. Brian Smetzer deserves great credit for brave substitutions and players being moved into different positions.
That's his first of 2026. For the second straight week, San Diego takes a lead into the 80th minute to see the match go level. Now Verhoeven back the other way. Do the visitors have a response? They'll work it ahead. Dreyer with his 11 goal contributions this year coming into tonight. Drops it back. Valakari to play it forward. Ingvarsson! So close to giving them back the lead. Oh my.
Oh, this game's come to life. You attack, we attack. This time it's the post that comes to the rescue for Seattle. And Ingvarsson once again just so good at just reading where the ball's going to be. Finds himself in space. Thomas absolutely no chance. But as I just said, San Diego, the post came to the rescue for them not so long ago. This time it's Seattle's turn.
Played back for Chris McVeigh. They get a goal from a forward in Musovski. Seattle on the throw in here. Haven't gotten many goals this season from natural forwards. Seattle Sounders coming into tonight. It's only their second of the year as we watch Kingston pull this back.
What you've got now is more players stretching the game for Seattle. Before the substitutions were made, we know that with Ferreira, like you say, he's more of a facilitator now. He drifts inside, so you haven't got anybody stretching the game. But then all of a sudden you put Morris on the right and you've got Rothrock on the left, both stretching the game.
Andrew Wiebe, give us a little bit more about the Sounders forward situation. Musovski in a big moment with the goal.
Absolutely huge first goal, and that is what Brian Schmetzer wants from his number 9s, in particular Danny Musovski, who he said he's sort of challenged to get going this week. Schmetzer says he's not complaining necessarily about scoring by committee, but he says he wants that number 9 to claim the position, to get 15 to 18 goals, to make the Sounders, in his words, a serious contender in the Western Conferences. We need that guy who can score consistently and score important goals. That was a big one for Musovski.
I don't think they care whether they have an 18-goal guy, but if you have enough with 6, 7, 8, it'll work for this team.
If you've got a defined goal scorer, they're the players that turn 0-0s into 1-0s.
Put Ferreira in that group. He's on the ball here. Played ahead. Rothrock looking to get on this. Kept it away from Verhoeven. Back for Ferreira. On the far side. Works this back. Sounders have trailed most of the night. Looking to go in front here. Pulled back by Alex Roldan. Now Reagan. Morris. Rusnak plays this. The young goalkeeper, Ferry, did not have a good read on that ball at all. It's out for a corner.
Well, the reason he didn't have a good read on the ball is because Rusnak wasn't aiming for goal. I think he would even admit to that, but they are asking all the questions. Rusnak, he's come into his own. He's come into this zone since he's moved back into the 2, because what's happened is there's no space for him to sort of work his magic in that 10 position, drop him a little bit deeper. Now he's finding that time and space in areas because he's now got runners in front of him.
It's his corner again, this time on the in-swinger from the far side. Rusnak service. Bicycle kick, and going for the highlight reel is Rothrock. This ball's out of play. The best assist of the match is presented by Lowe's. Our members score more.
And it wasn't one of Rusnak's greatest corners, but it just caused a lot of confusion. And I think there's just a slight touch at the near post, and Christian rolled on. And then Musovski, the anticipation to get in front of McVeigh and put the ball into the back of the net.
4th time this year they've scored off a corner, most in the league. Pulled back here by Dua. Substitutions at the ready for San Diego. Here come the subs now. Alvarado and Sargent come into the game. Bombino's night is done. Vasquez, the other player, subbed out. Alejandro Alvarado Jr. and Sargent into the match now for San Diego. Is there a late hero here tonight? Valakari works this free. Here comes Dreyer on the move for San Diego. Able to play this ahead. The return shot blocked away. Settled here by San Diego a second time. They play this back. Anders Dreyer. Verhoeven given away. Ferreira to send the Sounders the other way. Musovski is on this. Danny Musovski able to pull this back. Able to drop it. There's a shot. Kingston with a chance that just missed.
It's a brilliant break. McVeigh, he's complaining. He believed that he was pulled back from Rothrock, but it's just brilliant running initially. And then he just managed to keep the ball alive, Musovski. And it comes to Kingston, the substitutes. A wonderful strike, just always rising. But if anyone's going to win this game the way it's looking at the moment, it's Seattle, coached by that man, Brian Smetzer.
Kingston looking for his first in MLS. Settled here by the Sounders again. Top of the box, Rusnak. Albert Rusnak in tight quarters with Ferreira. Now they whip this ball across, headed over the bar. The Sounders are feeling it. This exclusive NetCam replay is brought to you by AT&T.
Yeah, and it's the ball that just comes in from Rusnak. It's a difficult one for Ferreira because he's not expecting it. Probably has no understanding of where he is in a goal because he's probably looking to deal with a cross rather than a shot. Manages to get the job done.
Here comes Rothrock. Full head of steam, running like the opening minutes of the game. Ran out of real estate, does earn the corner though. San Diego disagrees with the call. They thought he just lost it. 89th minute. Here we go again. Dangerous team on set pieces. They'll look for another. On the in-swinger. Ferreira got a hand to it. Sargent to settle. Now given away. Ferreira has it for the Sounders. Works this ball in. Policing there. Dua, who's had himself some kind of game. Back the other way comes Valakari. See what San Diego can do in transition. Switch to the left. Maitin making his run, but no shot for him. Kingston with the throw. Next edition of the Walmart Saturday Showdown, the Hudson River Derby. Red Bull hosting New York City. The classic Eastern Conference tilt next Saturday, May 16th, will be their kick, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time at Sports Illustrated Stadium on Apple TV. New York City side in a bad way lately. Red Bull got back on track with a victory today at Chicago. Here's Dreyer. Fourth official tells us a minimum of 5 minutes of stoppage time in this second half. Ingvardsson for San Diego. Musovski, the equalizer for Seattle in this second half. Brought down middle of the park by San Diego, but given away. Ferreira waiting on this. Here come the Sounders again. Ferreira with a shot, blocked away. Another corner.
It's been a brilliant game. Absolutely outstanding game so far. And there could be a winner to come from either team.
They play this one short. That was their 8th corner of the night. Verhoeven to get this away. Now Dreyer.
Anytime you have a San Diego game, it's always box office. Because they're not a team that wants to come for a draw. If they've got 1 goal, they want to get 2, they want to get 3. It just means that the game is so open and so entertaining.
Jackson Regan. The return from Lopez. It's a flick ahead by Morris. Who's going to get to the loose ball? Flag did go up to snuff that out. Kieran Sargent tracking back for San Diego. Second half stoppage time. Godoy to the foot of Maiton. Alvarado. Dreyer to work this ball ahead. Alejandro Alvarado Jr. Godoy to the foot of Dua. Sargent with a hopeful ball that goes all the way to Thomas. About halfway through, the 5 minutes posted. Fans begin to get loud now at Lumen Field. Start of a 3-game homestand for the Sounders side. Kingston. Steve Harris on the sideline glaring at the 4th official. He thought that ball came out. We continue on. Jackson Regan. Plays ahead. Rusnak. Just a little too much on the pass for the cutting Musovski.
He looks a different player being dropped back. Rusnak, completely different player. Getting more time and space on the ball, and his ability to be able to pick a pass. And he's got forward runs as well in front of him.
Now Godoy on the ball. Plays it ahead. Valakari. Sargent. Back for Valakari. Now Dreyer. Plays this ball ahead. Valiant effort to keep it in. This is still a live ball. Sargent will put that off the side netting with roughly 1 minute and 20 seconds remaining in the match. Played back for Thomas. Sargent. Maiton. Now Godoy. Looking for a last bit of...
should have won it. He should have won it for San Diego. There were 4 players from San Diego with their head in their hands, crestfallen on the ground. This wonderful play from Mighton. He gets the better of Alex Roldan. Then you think Dragon's going to score. He doesn't. And then you think, well.
And Seattle Sounders 1, San Diego 1, Terminado 1-1. Terminado, Seattle Sounders 1, San Diego 1. 1-1-1.